here's the part of the game where I think I've won. I think I've got it locked down. And I think I'm going to wipe that smug look right off of Rin's face. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, he's like, I know what I'm doing. And so here we go. It's bottom of the third. Go. Okay, I'm going to keep 8 focus on Adeptus Ron. So that's my control phase. I'm going to activate this unit. So here we go. First I'm going to move. I'm going to move this guy 6 inches. Like this. Just kind of stick, because this guy has a 2-inch reach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. And then I'm going to move this guy, because this is the leader right here. I'm going to move this guy 2 inches, right, like that. And these guys, they can actually move without free strike as long as they're staying within his front arc. But, yeah, I really can't do that. What's his mat, by the way?
7.
7, huh? And my defense is 13, so that's not good odds for getting hit. So here it comes. Let's do Adeptus Ron first. He's going to spend 2, use telekinesis to move this guy 2 inches like that. Turn his back. I'm going to just make a regular move.
Wait, hold on. I gotta read.
I do need to make an attack roll, a magic attack roll. So here it comes. Okay, that's a hit.
Okay.
And then, so I'm going to move him up here like this. Blink. And I'm going to use telekinesis on this guy. Ooh, that actually might not hit. Oh, hello. I'm an idiot. In fact, these guys can't activate yet. Take that back.
That was not a hit.
What was not a hit?
That wasn't a hit.
Okay, great.
Really, no matter what.
Let's see here. Okay, just pause that first. All right, so much for my technical victory. Okay, we're going to move this guy around. So I'm activating his feet. So, and then I'm going to move this guy here. And these guys aren't going to move at all. This guy will just back up just a tad, but he's still within the 2 inches. So with Arcane Alignment, they get boosted attack and damage rolls with their power. So I'm going to do this guy first.
Are they shooting me?
Yes.
Because they can't.
Okay, well then I'll do this guy first.
You can't.
Sure I can.
Oh.
He's not in melee with him.
With that guy.
Right?
Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, we actually read it this morning, and the way it sounds is you can shoot magic attacks in melee. But I'm not doing that technically. I may not even have to. So this guy's going to go. Shooting this guy. -4, so my magic attack is 6. So I normally need a 5, but I need a 9. So here comes the 3d6. So that hits with a 16 or something like that. 12, 18. Okay, I'm going to pull him. D3 inches, so 3 inches. Alright, and here comes the damage. Oh, awesome. Okay, so 23 is the damage.
Okay.
16, 7 damage. He has 1 damage point left.
Yep.
If he has 8,
Got 1
right?
left. Yep.
Okay, this guy, same thing. Needs a 9 to hit. That hits with a 9, so that's a 15.
Okay.
And here comes the damage. 10 plus, so that's 23. So this guy actually kills this guy.
Okay.
Blink. Okay. Oh, and I just lost the game because I'm an idiot. Alright, go ahead and pause it. Alright, so I screwed up. These guys have a power called Vengeance, which means if you killed a member of the unit, they all get a 3-inch move and an attack at the beginning of the turn. So the idea was to move up, kill the Doom Reavers, and then jet in onto the objective during my activation. Unfortunately, I went ahead with this because I was so eager. So I do have this objective because of the 5-inch thing, which I measured earlier. And we've got, and that was in Ron's control area, by the way. And so, but I forgot to move these guys, so now I've got to take a different tact. I'm going to try and kill them with the kittens with mittens. So here it comes, this guy, shooting. 6 plus 10 is 16, so that's a hit. The damage is 10 plus, and I'm shooting at this guy right here.
Okay.
So the damage is 19.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, plus. All right, and now I'm going to activate this unit. I'm going to start with him, shooting here. Let's see if it's within 10 inches. And the answer is no, it is not. I am out of range.
Like you gave me one earlier, so take it.
Okay, sounds good.
That looked like 10 to me.
I don't think it matters though, because now I have the opening that I need to not get free strikes going through that channel. But here it comes. That's definitely a hit. 3 sixes, and that's 16 damage, 18 damage.
Okay, I'll get him too.
That kills that guy. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to activate these guys, and they're going to run. Their movement is 5, so they can go 10 inches.
I want you to measure it,
Okay.
because it's 2 inches away from this guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's fine. Let's get the thing out here. So I need that sweet spot, so it's going to only be half an inch
Yeah.
away from him, right? So that's the channel right there. Okay, here we go. So 10 inches, and that will probably be within 5 inches of the objective. So here's this, see? More than enough room there. Okay, so let's move him back. Move the 10 inches, because it may be close, if anything. Let's just go ahead and check this. The answer is yes, it's within 5 inches. And then the rest of them just file in like that.
Oh, you need to make a fear check.
Oh, okay, that's fine. On a 10, they make it. Yay! I think that's game.
Yes, it is. Good game, Sean.
Hey! In spite of the critical... Okay, here's the shake. Thanks
It's
a
a
lot,
shake.
Ren.
Yes.
Oh, hold on, and I owe you a shake from our last game, too.
Oh, yes,
Never
yes.
did the shake.
Shake from last
Yeah.
game.
I was
Why
so
did we
excited
forget
to
that?
play Ren that we didn't get to the shake.
Heck yeah.
So anyway, Redux is one bit of a dirty trick on Ren last night that I waited for his turn to be done. And then I said, you know what, I'm really tired, I gotta go home, which was true. I was both tired and needed to go home. But it also gave me the night to look at the board. And it wasn't until this morning that I saw the obvious. I didn't need to kill anything. I just needed to take both objectives, and I was in a really good position to do it. In fact, I only had to somehow deal with this guy. In fact, I wasn't planning on killing this guy. I was planning on telekinesing or, bringing him out of range, which I actually did with the first attack. And and then there's this thing going on here. And I have to tell you, Ren and I could probably play this same game 4 times and have 4 vastly different experiences.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
Here's
just...
why. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Is because War Machine is so intricate. And that's what I love. 25 models for Ren, 30 models for me. That is a low model count to be into a war game. And I have to tell you, there's just something, and if you just buy one more model, you can add so much to your army. Another option. I have a client who's on his 36th War Machine project. He's got the record for consecutive projects.
That's awesome.
That's all he does is every month he says, I need a quote for these 2, 3, or 4 units. He has everything done level 4. And so I quote him, it costs him a couple $100, and he's been picking away for years now. And that's why War Machine is really such a great game to be into. Because each guy can do so many things, like the trample attack. Wasn't expecting that. And we're making a ton of mistakes. This is a hard game to learn.
It is.
But it's extremely well written. The rules are very tight. They explain things very well. They give clear definitions of each, what each thing is. Like placing a model is this certain thing. And so I love it. I love the figs. I love how it plays. I love the low model count. It can go the other way too. Like my Retribution army now has at least over 100 figures.
That's
Is it
crazy.
over 100? I'm not sure.
I think
But
it
it's
is.
about
It's a
90
lot.
points. So, and that typical game for a large end game is 50 points.
Yep.
So 90 is plenty to have options.
That's wrath size.
But I still want to add things to this army. I still see things where I'm like, that guy would be useful.
Oh yeah, I know.
So just the regular thing is MVP is Adeptus Ron. He's a Jedi.
He's a
He's
Jedi.
doing, telekinesis, he's moving guys around. That's why I love the Retribution with this Warcaster, because they always have options. Very mobile, plenty of tricks to do. You can kind of pull things out. So LVP, I don't know. The Dawn Guard are kind of hit or miss, but I end up taking them every time because they have a punch. Without the Dawn Guard, this army just doesn't have a hitting.
It's not just from their punch; they're durable, and you have to deal with them. So, I mean, it's good. It's a bullet shield unit, which is a really good thing to have.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, your turn.
Alright,
Okay,
so obvious mistake that I made was to ignore the objectives. This mistake on my part.
Did you seriously forget about him?
I forgot about it.
Oh, okay,
to
great.
be honest. I was trying to kill stuff.
Right.
I have fun doing that. But I mean, that's why I love this game is because you can lose by making small little mistakes, and I find that fun. I mean,
Oh, yeah. There's a lot to keep track of.
but you can also win by
Right. You can find something.
Yeah, you can always find something.
You know.
Like, the first time I ever trampled was this time, and it proved to be extremely effective.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't for telekinesis, like, Sean wouldn't have done what he did.
What do you mean, like move this guy out of the way?
Yeah.
Because, the more I thought about it, the more I thought of different things I could do. At first I was like, well, Ron's just going to move out of the thing and take his hit, right?
Well,
That's how I was
could
going to
you
solve
even
that.
telekinesis? It's a ranged magic attack.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Right.
Yeah, maybe not. But,
well.
I don't think you could have killed him in one strike anyway.
Well,
No, do you want to roll the moral victory? Let's do it right now.
well, I don't think it would have changed much, to be honest.
Right.
In the end.
Well, I
mean,
ended
if
up
you think about
I ended
it,
up killing this guy
Well, if you think
with
about it-
these guys here.
He could just pop his feet. He didn't really do much other than just telekinesis that guy.
Right.
And then these guys, they just do move. They both would have
Right.
killed him. And then this over here would have happened how it happened anyways. So honestly, it didn't have an effect on that.
But that plays into my point, which is War Machine is a game of, there's a lot going on.
It's hard to learn.
There's a lot of options.
It's, like you were saying a little bit earlier, though, it is a very, very well written game. I love it. It's just, there's a couple things that are just like little small things you don't catch, and you're like, how does that work? Oh crap, that's screwed.
Right.
During the game.
Well, we read shooting into close combat, and as far as we could tell, you can do it.
Well, yeah, you can shoot.
Dean and I were
into
looking.
close
No. A magic attack can shoot somebody if you're in close combat with them. I don't know. We're still reading up on it. But Dean and I spent the morning looking this stuff up to see if I could pull my horrible trick.
Oh, no, I was actually impressed.
Oh, yeah.
I was impressed with the Doom Reavers. They're actually pretty good, I thought.
Well, you gotta remember what is something. You can't just look at it like individually, like, oh well, they suck because of this. But what is their role? They're a suicide squad. They're an independently moving suicide squad that handles an edge, and you must do something about them. You can't ignore them, and they're aberrations, which is
And,
creates another problem.
They work really well with Strakov because it's like 15 inches.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. That was pretty brutal. And
Yeah,
and they can't, like, if this unit had gotten up right next to them, they would have killed the entire unit.
Yeah. I wasn't quite.
They would have just double tapped every single guy in there. All right.
But yeah, like I won, I don't know how many games because of Strakov. Everybody always underestimates how fast he is. Like how fast
Well,
he is.
Pathfinder plus 4 inches
Yeah.
is, and that's enormous for Khador. Absolutely huge, because they are a wall of steel. I actually did a couple scenarios where I tried to kill him with the 9 battle mages, barely scratched. He takes like 8 to 12 damage, and that's it, out of 34 boxes.
Yeah, those guys are.
And that was with boosted everything. The downside of these jacks is that they're hit. So
Really?
if you're playing against Khador, you got to look in your army list and look at things that can deal with his jacks where they only need to hit him. And that's where the battle mages have typically done well.
These guys are so useful, because, especially against the Khador jacks, because
Right.
you can hit them really easily for one, and then two, what you can do is you can pull them out of my control range, so I can't stick focus on them, and that basically puts my jack out in the water.
Right. Oh, I hadn't actually thought about that.
Yeah, you
So-
pull them out of my control range, and it's just
Yeah, the weird thing about this board with the battle mages is here, pushing against him, I can't push him any further. He's stuck. So that was something where Rin either, I don't know if he did it on purpose, but a lot of times I was stuck. Like this guy was back here. I couldn't keep him away. And with Strakov's feet, I couldn't, because it only has a range of 10, right? So even if I push you the maximum 3 inches, no, the range of the battle mage's attack is only 10 inches. So even if I get the 3-inch push,
I'm still gonna hit.
it's 13 inches, not far enough. So that's, and it gives him Pathfinder too.
Yeah.
So Pathfinder means I can't push him far. And that's how I hosed Mike Dunn. Was his jacks only had, even with reach, only could have a 9-inch like effective radius.
Yeah.
So I just kept pushing him.
Yeah, generally the Khador
Pushing him
jacks are
away.
slow. It's kind of
Yeah, it's weird. And if you get a new Warcaster, that's another thing. If you add a different Warcaster, it can completely change your army. The way everything kind of synergizes together. So if I were a starting player, I would pick 2 Warcasters, and then I would build an army that kind of can work with both. And so then you have some options. So
My
Anyway.
2 favorite jacks are Strakov and Harkovich.
you mean Warcasters?
Warcasters, yes.
Harkovich? What's Harkovich do? I don't know anything about
Well,
him.
his feat turn is everything gets +3 armor,
Okay.
which it's like
Yeah, you
it's hard
can't
to
beat
deal
that.
with turn. He has a special character named Black Ivan, who when he's in his control area, he's a destroyer. But if he's in Harkovich control area, he gets automatic boosted attack rolls for his,
Oh, wow.
for his bombard cannon. What is it? Oh, he just automatically adds +2 speed to all his jacks.
Right.
So like he gets the fast Khador jacks also.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Well, I love Khador, and it's just I have a tendency to go with the casters that make my things faster. Just because
Right.
that's the one downside.
Really? Are you playing the right army, Rin?
No, I like how durable these guys are,
Right.
but I didn't like how slow they are. So
Right.
I changed the army build up by taking Warcaster.
Right.
You know, I took a different Warcaster, lets these guys be fast. You know, it's like I don't need
Right.
to worry about being slow anymore.
Right. And the 2 heavy jacks are insane.
I
If
almost
if I
didn't
were to change my army list, I would have taken 2 Phoenixes. I think that's going to be my thing now. That
Yeah, those
Ron
are
is
hard
going
to
to
deal with.
take.
Those are hard to
Because the Chimera just never ends up really doing anything. It's an arc node. That's why the Chimera is good. I just remembered.
Oh, and I love these guys.
Yeah.
They
You
work
got to get
quite
them painted
well.
up now.
Yeah, I do.
So that's my mission for you, is to paint up a thing. And
it's gonna happen.
my mission is going to be to use one of the new Warjacks from Wrath in my next game. I'll do a conversion and what? The Banshee. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm sure I can convert something up. All right. Well, we'll see. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Remember that we are a miniatures painting commission business, so we would love to create your army for you.
Agnia was surprised last.